may not sure about that whether we use or not, but if we are learning something, definitely it will work in some other way in some other day.
You have versatile personality.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
Good afternoon. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How about you?
Yes, I'm also doing well, and thank you for asking too.
Okay. So,
Okay.
I watched your videos with Manju ma'am.
Oh,
Uh,
wow. Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you for
it is
watching.
amazing. So,
Okay.
I wanted to connect with you. Thank you for accepting my request.
It's my pleasure.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, ma'am, we are meeting very first time. Shall we start with introduction?
Sure, ma'am. Yeah. You can start first. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So my name is Neeta Rajmani. I'm from Pune, Maharashtra. I have completed my BA B.Ed. I'm a homemaker and mother of two. If I talk about my hobbies, I like to listen to music and sometimes I try to write in my mother tongue. So that's all about me now.
Okay. So you'd love to write in your mother tongue.
Yes, yes.
What's your mother tongue?
Marathi. Marathi is my mother tongue.
Okay. So do you know Hindi?
Yeah. I am comfortable with Hindi because most of the time my husband was posted in north side of India, so I'm able to speak Hindi properly.
Okay. Wow. Great. I'm Kavita from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. I was working as a teacher before, and I have 8 to 9 years of experience in teaching in schools like in Tamil Nadu and Maldives as well. Currently, I'm just doing online tutoring. If I'm talking about my hobbies, I could say I would love to draw, paint, and sometimes I would love to try some new recipes and baking. And I have a lot in my bucket list, but not trying because of uh, time consuming. Yes. So that's a brief introduction about me.
That's great. You have a versatile personality. Okay, ma'am. So I would ask some question related to your hobbies
Yeah,
as
sure.
well.
I'd
Okay,
love
ma'am.
that.
So I would like to know about your teaching experience and which subject you were teaching when you worked as a teacher.
In the initial days, I was teaching computer science, and when I the last job also I was teaching computer science. So then and there I was teaching computer science. But I have worked a lot in the kindergarten and in the primary section like a homeroom teacher. So I have handled the subjects like English, math, science, EVS, and
Hmm.
the homeroom subjects for the primary grades. And for the kindergarten, all time the same thing like English, math, and songs, stories, activities
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
Yes. These activities are compulsory nowadays,
Yeah.
and yes. Okay, ma'am. So, how did you learn language? Because you are speaking well, and when I saw your video, I wanted to ask this question because for my viewers and for me as well. So, would you like to say something related to it?
Yes, sure. Actually, this is not the thing which has happened in a day or night. I have like put some lot of efforts in that, and then I practiced well. I can't say that I got the fluency or I'm speaking well with the grammar and vocabularies. Still, I need to improve more. That's why I'm in this platform and I'm improving more. And yes, I could say that I have started my journey in the year of 2019, but before that I was trying to get this English accuracy, but the situation was not that. So when I started working in schools, then I tried a lot to speak much, and then I try to make others to speak with me, but they would get offended and they would just try to change the topic or change the vision, and then they would change me also. So it happened like that, but anyway, I struggled in that 2019. I started, I got inspiration from some other people. Like I started inspiring a person who has given me the training in my school. Her name is Blossom. So she's an Anglo Indian and she has given the training. So when I saw her, I thought that we also must speak like her, because I like the way that she spoke and then she handled the classes, because she was just teaching the English for us, the spoken English. So she has just trained us. So that way I liked, and then I got inspired by that. And also the head teachers, those who are in our age. Like for example, if I'm in the 30, then if they are also in the same age or very close to that age, like 28 to 34 or 33, then I would feel, if they are in that position, very good position, and in the admin role, or very I mean the head position after me, then I would think that we are also in the same age, and we also may get that the knowledge and everything. So if we have this English fluency, then we could acquire anything that we want. So
Hmm.
like that I thought, and then I started learning. Then in the 2020, I focused more in the grammar and then the learning practice, and listening also I have done a lot, and reading, writing. So I focused much in the LSRW techniques. So that might be the reason I got fluency. And also I got placed in international schools. Actually, whatever the experience I had, everything is international schools. So I got that fluency through that, because I need to teach in English and I have to attend the meeting in English, and I have to say something about the students in English to the parents. So in that way I got practiced. And then I focused more with the words, vocabularies. And then when I start teaching to the students or the adult students, then I got to know that I can remember everything.
Hmm.
I can use that vocabulary or grammar or whatever it is. So in that way I improved myself. So later on, I got the job in Maldives. Then I have worked with a few people, like international teachers, like from various countries. So that was the thing I have. I mean, I had experienced with a lot of people. So now I'm focusing more about my accent and pronunciation. Yes.
Hey, that's great, amazing. And you put your lots of efforts to improve your fluency. I can see your efforts because you are uh, good and you have good command of English. So, would you like to share with us your the method which is method really helped you to enhance your vocabulary, especially? Which that method you used or which really helps you to enhance that vocabulary, because what happen, we learn vocabulary when we start learning English, but using them properly while speaking spontaneously, it is quite difficult for us. So what would you suggest for it?
Yes. I could suggest to you that initially I also got struggled about the vocabulary. When that trainer asked about the struggle part, we just noted. Actually, I noted the grammar and the vocabulary. Then I
Hmm.
got improved with the vocabulary part by using a different method, because once I was a student in college, I met one person, and that person was just improving his English. So he told that randomly, if we are selecting any 5 words or 10 words, we can't use that. We are not using that all the words. But when we are talking something and we are looking for some words to use in that position, then we have to search for that word, but in
You
particular.
are absolutely.
Yeah. So in that way, if you're focusing those words, for example, if I want to say something to you and I'm lagging about the word to convey in English, so I need to just make it, I mean, note it down, and then I need to focus on that word. What is the meaning of that word? What is the exact name, I mean, exact word in English? In my language, I can translate that, and then I can look for that word. Then how to remember that word? I just taught the students, like, I would just have the word, the exact word, okay, and then I would have the picture of the word, exact picture of the word, and then I would have a sentence for that word. So picture and sentence, it make us it makes us remember. So we could relate that the word which relates to the, the picture. For example, sob means crying. Literally, we cry a
Hmm.
lot, okay, for some reason, some personal reason or something. We cry a lot. So how could we remember that sob? We could see a picture of crying, I mean, the sobbing,
Hmm.
okay, and we could just have the sentence like, she is sobbing because of her personal life, okay.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
in that way, we could remember the words. We are not, I mean, we may not sure about that whether we use or not.
Hmm. You are absolutely right because sometimes while speaking, I immediately get any word and I don't realize when I learned that word. And it happens when we learn word, that memory stored somewhere. Maybe we are not recalling that memory, but some period of time we get that word while speaking, especially spontaneously.
Yes.
So it happens, but we have to put our effort to try to learn that word properly and that visualization which you use while improving your fluency or improving your vocabulary, especially. That is also a great activity to retain that memory for long period of time.
Yes.
Okay, so when you started learning English, what was your gray area?
My fillers. Still now I have some fillers. I'm using some fillers, and unknowingly I'm using that. But when I'm looking that video again, I can see that I'm repeatedly I have used that. So the fillers are the most, it plays a vital role in our speech. So that was the gray area, and still I'm working on that.
That's great because in my initial days, I was not that much confident and hesitation was there. I had to work on those areas as well. I really faced lots of problem to open my mouth front of people. I was not that much confident, and I always thought like, what would people think about me if I make any mistake? Not me mistake, but suddenly when I start speaking in English, because I had been living a homemaker's life more than 20 years. And suddenly getting that changes in life, it was not that much easy for me. But for my self improvement, I started enhancing my skill. And initially, it was quite difficult for me, hard not to crack. But in your case, you were confident, but you faced the problems related to filler words. Okay, ma'am. So what would you suggest for those people like me? They don't open their mouth, especially in their initial days. They face problem and they always think about whether they think about their mistakes or think about people's opinions. So, what would you suggest for those people?
Yes, I could suggest that this language learning is a skill. It is not a
Mhm.
development, it is not a thing like a subject. It's a skill. So if we are developing the skill, we can see a lot of things. We can improve a lot of things. For example, something we are looking for in our language, but it may not available in our language. So we could see in English language. Okay, so it would develop us anyway, whether we are working or not. We could develop our skill. And for the learners, the beginner learners, I could suggest they are in a space. Okay, they are in a space and they are feeling nervous, and they are feeling uh, like literally agitated, bad, like that. Then I could suggest them, if they are facing a situation to speak in front of others, or if they are going for a PTM for the children, or if they want to answer for some strangers, okay, then they have to open their mouth. In that case,
Mm.
if they can't close their mouth and they can't say that I don't speak like that, so they have to speak. And I would say that the people who are just being calm and quiet, if they are attending an interview or if they are facing any person in front of us, then they have to speak actually. Okay, that's the space we are just opening our like what who are we. So if we want to show that who are we need to speak. Okay, so how can
Yeah.
you speak? How can you say that? I don't say that with the language only we can communicate. I can say without the language also we can communicate, but not that fully, because the animals and the birds and we also, even if we are closing our mouth, we can communicate with people. But with
Mm.
words, with the vocal language, if we want to communicate, we need to open our mouth if we want to show up. Okay, for example, if we want to sell some products, if we have some products and if we want to advertise that, we need to open our mouth. For example, if I'm selling a soap, okay, then I need to say that it is very beneficial for your skin and glow and then the brightness, and it is not harmful for your skin. So I need to say everything about that soap. I need to advertise about the soap. So if we want to talk about us, then exactly we need to open our mouth. We need to say about us. Okay. So I could say that we have to come out and speak.
That's great. Yes, every person need to open their mouth, maybe with hesitation, but they have to start. And I took that action. Initially, it was quite hard for me, but I had decided to learn this skill, and I took first action. And by interacting with people, I started gaining confidence as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yes, please go.
yes. Okay, so your journey is amazing, learner to trainer. But between that, you took break. I think you had started learning English in 2009. But after that, you took break. So did you that time? Did you find any decrement in your level?
Not that much, because
Hmm.
anyway, wherever I mean, stopping my journey, when I'm starting again, maybe for few days, for few moments, I would just lag or I would just get confused to speak. But after that, then I would just get in the track.
Mhm. It happens with every skill because when we learn how to swim, maybe we don't swim for some period of time, but we don't forget that skill. So yes, it happens, but I am not sure it is reality or not in especially in speaking English. So I wanted to get clarity. And yes, somehow it works. Maybe it takes time, at least 1 week or 2 weeks, but it works if we learn this skill. So, okay, so I have a question related to your teaching because nowadays you are teaching English. So, would you mind to share with us your teaching method? I'm talking
Generally,
about teaching English. Yes, yes. Not generally, I'm talking about only English because so many people watch this type of video to learn language so that they can get idea how can they improve or what is your teaching method.
okay. So when we are talking about the grammar, we need to focus the important, I mean, understanding of the grammar part. Okay. So when we are
Hmm.
understanding the grammar part, we could know about the thing, for example, behind that word. If it is present tense, if we are
Hmm.
learning present tense, we can learn, but with the examples only, we can remember the concept. We have
Hmm.
to take the example in our I mean, real life example. We have to take a real life example so that we could get remember. So in that way, I would
Yeah.
just explain the concepts of grammar and also the vocabulary I already told you. So this is the way. And for the speaking practice, I could suggest whatever the topic. whatever the, if we are going with the random topics, we can at least speak in the beginning days. But if the opposite person is randomly asking some questions which we haven't prepared, in that also we have to say something. Okay, in that moment also we need to say something. So we have to be aware that we would get the chance, or we would get that time any time. Okay, anyway, anytime someone will ask us some question. So for
Yes.
that, we should be prepared for that. So in that way we have to do the speaking practice randomly. We have to do the speaking practice with the audio or video. If we are not okay with the camera, or if we are not comfortable with the mirror, because I'm not comfortable with the mirror. Okay, even
Okay.
I can't do the solo videos much because of the mirror. I
Okay.
can't see myself and talk. I know that it's
Mm.
me, so I can't talk with me. Usually, I can
Mm.
talk in my mind. I can talk with me in my mind, but I can't open my mouth and talk. That's my, my side. Okay, so
Yes. Mm.
so for some people, they may talk in the bathroom or in the kitchen, or whatever the work they do, the chores they do, they can talk. They can talk to themselves. But the speaking practice is something uh, that is the only thing which reflect our knowledge. Okay, so in that way,
Mm.
we have to do the practice in recording. We can do the recording, like audio recording or video recording. For example, if we want to send a message to someone, we would just record in WhatsApp, right? So we can
Yes.
think like that. We are sending a message to someone, so we can record it about such things. And randomly, we can
Mm.
just take 30 topics for 30 days, and we could just go with 30 days challenge.
You are absolutely right. And nowadays, there are lots of opportunity to speak with co-learners. There are so many WhatsApp group. They can join and easily get access to speak with someone. But yes, 2 years back or 3 or 4 years back, there were not that much opportunity, especially interacting with people.
Mm.
And nowadays AI tools are available, so we can't deny we have lots of access to learn the skill, just we need that desire.
Yes.
Okay, it's amazing. So, when I started learning English, that time I didn't face problem. I'm thinking in my mother tongue and interacting in English. I was not noticing that particular part, but so many tutor told me you have to avoid that translation in mind. Not specially for me, they talking about generally. So, did you face that type of problem, or is it true, or is it just a myth? So, what is your personal experience? I'm not talking about general. I'm talking about your personal experience related to it.
Maybe I could say I haven't faced that kind of issue, because as I have
Mm.
studied in English medium, usually I studied the word in English. So it automatically comes to my mind. But when it comes to other people, maybe I can understand, I can relate with the other people. So if they are struggling with the thinking, if they are thinking in their language, then I saw one video recently for that thinking in English technique. Okay, I would just like to share here. So
Yes, yes.
we can take such words, okay, whether it might be action word or naming word, any object word, objective word, or
Mm.
any person word, or any relative word, like that. We have to see, for example, let me take my bedroom or kitchen. Okay, I should see the kitchen, and then I have to just think the word. I have to get practice for that in initial days. Then if we are doing
Mm.
the practice for long days, then we would get that, the skill. So we have to see that we have to take at least 10 objects in our kitchen. Okay, and instantly
Okay.
we have to think that word in English. We should not think that word in
Or
the,
mother tongue.
yeah, I mean ladle. Okay, I think ladle
Mm.
for that.
Ladder, ladder.
No, not ladder.
Are you?
No, not
Okay.
ladle. Okay. So,
Don't understand. Okay.
okay, let me take a spoon, or a
Hmm.
bowl,
Hmm.
a plate. We usually say
Hmm.
that in Tamil for plate. Okay.
Hmm.
So we should see that and think that word as plate. We should not say that, I mean, we should not think that word in my language.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so if we are doing that practice for thinking, then for example, if your child is doing some work, someone is
Hmm.
asking what he's doing, then you could just think that word in English. You don't try to
Hmm.
think in your language. Maybe in the beginning days it would be tough, but later on it would, if you are just doing the practice, okay, then you can easily get it.
Yes, you are absolutely right. And what I believe that and which method really helps me to start thinking in English, watching movies and web series. That time it is a visual and as well as we grab that emotions while watching movies, and it is quite easy to start thinking in English what they were doing and how they were speaking, how they were expressing their thoughts, or how they were talking with each other. So it is quite easy to start thinking in English. In my case, it really helps. So yes, I didn't give you opportunity to ask anything. If you have any question, feel free to ask.
Okay. Actually, I didn't prepare anything because as you have requested, I didn't prepare anything today. But I have a question about your life. Like when you started learning English and why is,
Just for my self improvement, I started learning English. It is not compulsion for me. And what happened with me in 2025, especially, my children went to hostel to their study. So that time I started getting time. So I thought, now I have time. So what should I do? Because I also worked as a teacher for some period of time, but because of my husband's job, we used to get posted here and there every 3 years. So in that case, it was quite difficult for me to maintain my consistency and focus on my career. So I had to quit my job. So after that, I couldn't do anything related to my career and anything. So when I started getting time, so I thought, why should not I focus on my skills? So I started enhancing my skills. It was not only about learning English. Initially, I was mostly focused on my writing skill. I sometimes I write in Marathi, so I was mostly focused on writing skill. But by God grace, two of my poems and one article got published in 2025. So
great.
it was amazing year and turning point for me. You can say I somewhere stopped my career, but after getting time, I started again enhancing my skills. So it was not that much easy, but I wanted to improve my skills and I wanted to use my that time. So that's how I started. And initially, it was quite hard for me to speak in new language because I had been living. Homemaker's life more than 20 years, and it is not my native language, it is a very new language. And I had that thought in my mind, what will people think if I suddenly start speaking in English? So that was thought in my mind, not about mistake. I know that it is new language, so making mistake is obvious, but I was thinking about people's opinions, so it was quite difficult for me. But yes,
It
if we
happens with
have that
everyone.
desire.
I agree. It happens with everybody.
Yes, but we have desire, so we search something or we improve our skills. So that's how it's going on. And nowadays, I have opportunity to speak with people, speak with co-learner, and those videos I upload on YouTube. So I started my YouTube journey as well. So that's how it is a turning point, you can say.
Yeah, I really understand about your situation that it is not the need for you, but you developed personally you developed your skill and you are enjoying it now. Okay,
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right.
yeah. So how do you feel now after getting this kind of fluency and after talking to many strangers? How do you feel that you have improved a lot and then still you want to get something from others? So how do you feel now?
It is amazing experience to be honest because when I started learning English that time I was not able to understand English thoroughly. I didn't expect this much fluency from me as well. And after 6 months, just because of my passive listening, I started understanding English.